Good morning and welcome to today's verse. To God be the glory. What a great day it is today. Happy Christmas Eve. Today's verse, it comes to us from the Gospel of Luke, Luke chapter 2, verse 7. And it says this, "And she brought forth her firstborn son, wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn." I want to speak to you on this Christmas Eve from a very weighty subject, and that is no room for Jesus. Now, think about that. Have you ever been to a restaurant where they ran out of your favorite dish, or maybe you attempted to park in a parking lot and there were no spaces left, or maybe you attempted to purchase something online and it was all sold out? Yes, there are going to be times when the things that we're looking for it simply won't be available to us. Either they're going to be filled up, they ran out, sold out. Now, everyone at some point in life will be affected by this reality, unless, of course, you're on someone's exclusive VIP list. You know, there are those that can afford to pay double the cost for whatever they want, but because of who they are, they can stay for free, they can eat for free, they get it for free. Did you know this? Did you know that a hotel can make more money off of advertising that Michael Jordan is staying there over the weekend than charging MJ for a room? Did you know this? I mean, depending on who you are and where you are, your name is more valuable than your money. Did you know this? And yet, there was one whose name is above every name. Name shall be named, and yet no name shall ever be greater than his name. For at his name, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that he is Lord, to the glory of God. And with a name like that, I think it's strange that he was not on anyone's VIP list upon his arrival. I mean, they didn't even have room enough for them in the inn. And this carried over into his earthly ministry. For the Bible tells us he came unto his own, and his own received him not. And as Christmas draws near, I am persuaded more and more that we still don't have room for Jesus every day. There are constant reminders all around us that the world does not have time for Jesus, even during his own birthday celebration. His name continues to fade in the shadows of department stores and shopping malls, where employees have been trained to salute you with happy holidays in an attempt not to offend anyone. Yes, the first Noel, joy to the world, oh holy night, they've all been replaced by jingle bells and Santa Claus is coming to town in an attempt to take Christ out of Christmas. In a world that is simply full of itself, they have no place for Christ during a holiday that bears his name. And so today we come to the greatest story that has ever been told, where humanity and deity comes together in the form of a baby born in poverty and obscurity, his birth. It represents the most significant event in all of human history. It is the apex of our existence, where even recorded time is based upon his birth and his death. Now, no other person or combination of people have had greater impact on society. His coming into the world, it determines the eternal destiny for every person ever born or to be born. His name is Jesus. He is the Son of David, the Son of Man, the Son of God. He is the Lord. And it is amazing that the only detail that the gospel writer gives here is that the days were completed for her to be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. Nevertheless, it is in the simplicity of the narrative that the whole story is given. It was time for Mary to deliver, and she delivered. But notice the last portion of our verse that says there was no room for them in the inn. Now, we've all seen those no vacancy signs when we've been out traveling on the road long distance, and we come across a hotel and we see those signs, and it spells for us a pretty serious situation, especially when the children are restless and mama, she wants to rest and we can't find a place to stay. But think about how serious it was for that young couple to have traveled about 90 miles from their home in Nazareth to Bethlehem, and there was no place about to deliver, and there was no place for them to stay. I mean, when the Lord came into this world, he was not born. He did not come into a hospital birthing center where there was a private room waiting for him on a doctor's care. He did not come in king's palaces with servants waiting to serve him. He did not even have family members that was waiting to receive them. But he was born, married, delivered in a stable around animals, in a smelly stable, and laid him in a manger in a feeding trough. Yes, the King of the world, the Lord of glory, came in humility for you and for me. Think about this. And yet the world has no time for Jesus. I pray that this Christmas that you would make room for Jesus, because he has made room for you. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. I pray that you would meditate upon this verse. It would be a word of encouragement to you as you go throughout your day. I pray that you would have a great day, and I pray that you would have a merry, merry Christmas. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. Amen.